on the front row, side by side. Joe Gibbs Racing versus Venturini Motorsports. Green flag is in the air. We're racing at Dover.
You saw Williams spin his tires a little bit there getting up to green. It's a tricky restart zone due to the fact that you're kind of coming out of that hill, as we talked about, as you round out gets the lead there off the corner, and got Gio fighting for second here.
Great side-by-side battle for second right now, the 55 and the 20. Brent Crews, Gio Ruggiero, I think we're going to be talking about that quite a bit. The 20, by the way, led every single lap last week. Of course, it was a different driver, though.
Ooh, look at that big wiggle out of the 55 of Brent Crews.
So these guys are sliding around a lot, and what's probably different from their first time on track is we had an Xfinity Series practice and qualifying, and this track has a lot more rubber as he
sideways.
Slide.
Well, while we were away, we had our first Reese's Sweet Move nominee. Let's take a look. This was a close one for our leaders.
It certainly was.
There's a lot going on here.
We talk about the disparity in speed of the lap cars. Watch, here's our leader, the 18 of Sawalich. He goes to the inside of Greg Van Alst. Then Cody Dennison, the 06, comes down the racetrack. The 18 decides to go to the outside, and then the 20 of Ruggiero goes by on the inside. Sawalich not only lost the lead, he lost 2.5 seconds on the stopwatch.
Yeah, it was great damage control. It's a little bit tough for William to figure out what to do here. He gets a little arrow tight, tries to get to the outside, and now he's just trying not to get into the wall. So he recognizes he's got a few different ways to get back up to speed here. Looking at lap times, you know, he and Ruggiero are the class of the field right now. So they're running similar lap times. So get this break, and maybe he's got an opportunity to do the same with the lap traffic.
You talked to the Venturini Motorsports kids. They've been in the Toyota simulator this week working on Dover. Wow, there's cars all over the racetrack. Amber Balkan going backwards. Look out.
Looks like we're going to get a good shot of this spin here down on the apron, the 31 car. No harm, no foul. It's always a good feeling when you're in front of that race and you want that car to stay on the bottom.
Little contact there with the 11. That's Zachary Tinkle.
Rita does a nice job keeping that car out of the inside wall. Let's see how Gio moved him up the hill too.
Yeah, first restart. Green flag is in the air for Gio Ruggiero.
Problem there for Brent Crews.
LeVar Scott moves into third. Connor Zilic fourth, and you called it, the 55 with an issue. Just talked about Brent Crews. Something happened on the restart. Will he make it around in time?
Yeah, slow down the middle of the backstretch. I think maybe a transmission on the restart.
Yeah, what if he can't get out of a gear or into high gear?
Got it hung in 2 gears or something like that. Remember, these are not the transmissions or transaxles like you guys run on Sundays. These are the old style four-speed transmissions.
And he makes it down pit road safely. We stay green. Here's what happened.
Everything's good so far. It looks like it just never went.
Well, he was having trouble keeping up, so I think he knew he had a problem of some kind. Maybe he got stuck in third, and that's why it's hard to say.
I think he had another sweet move of the race.
There's going to be a lot of sweet moves here with a disparity in speed.
Not every 10 laps at this rate. Here he is,
right
number
there.
20.
He's going to go right between these 2 lap cars.
That's the leader. That's the leader for sure.
Nice job.
The lifers, and you, whoa, gosh, another close one there. Great battle for second. Quapple trying to get around William Sawalich and take that second spot. They got their eye on Greg Van Alst in the 35. Oh, wide, a little bit of contact. They all keep it straight. Green flag.
Nice even start for the front 2.
You go back to Phoenix. These are the 2 drivers that led every lap of that race, but it was William Sawalich who came out on top. He's trying to regain the lead right now from Gio Ruggiero.
Both these drivers know that whoever can grab this lead on the start will control the race.
And they're sliding.
Sideways by Gio, and they touch.
They do.
Great save.
Great battle up front for the lead. The 18 takes it. The only Joe Gibbs racing machine in the field.
Oh, and he gets sideways.
Gio Ruggiero back to second for Venturini Motorsports. Carson Quapple back there in third, watching all this action. And here's teammates. Andres Perez in the 2, LeVar Scott in the 6.
Watch top of your screen as we see
Amber
Balkan getting into the wall.
There.
Chris Wright, that's her teammate, the 15 right in front of her. He got sideways up off the corner. And there's Tim or Rita. over in turn 2 against the outside wall.
No light hits here. All right, Gio Ruggiero, William Sawalich once again side by side as we go green once again.
Sawalich took the inside. He got the lead from the outside on that last restart.
LeVar Scott all over him.
I think these guys have to take a real hard look at that outside lane being favored here for at least the leader. You know, the bottom lane is going to be the preferred lane coming up, you know, throughout the laps as we see teammates racing there in the background. But that outside lane really lets you assert dominance, not just with the drive through the restart zone, but also, you know, being able to clamp that guy in the bottom lane as we hear the restarts under review.
We're being told that the 20 will have a pass-through for a restart violation. So Gio Ruggiero, you see it there, bright yellow penalty. The leader will have to come down pit road. That will give the lead to William Sawalich. Let's take a look at this restart once again.
That is big. The key is Sawalich is the control car. He has to launch first. In the ARCA officials' eyes, he did not launch first. You see the 20. It doesn't matter that he beats him to the start-finish line, but they felt like the 20 launched a little bit before the 18.
Caution out right on the start-finish line. Amber Balkan with a big hit. Had others involved as well.
Christian Rose.
Significant
hard into
contact.
the wall. There was a fire. You could see the back of his race car. He was on fire right in front of our booth. And they had just given the black flag to our leader who hadn't yet served that penalty.
That's a huge break for the 20 car, but obviously, you know, hard hit.
Right front tire issue for the 32. And then Amber comes off the corner and just avoids Christian Rose, but unfortunately the self-cleaning Banks is going to put her right into the inside safer barrier.
And this racetrack is pretty tough on right front tires. We talk about the loading and the banking and what that feels like for the driver. That right front tire takes the brunt force of that. You see that massive fire under there as well.
That was a massive hit for Christian Rose.
Hit off of 4.
William Sawalich on the outside, on the inside, Carson Quapple. All the speedy drive that they drive through to go down into turn 1.
Nice draw and run into turn 1. Was able to clear Carson Quapple. Now Carson's going to have to battle his teammate Zilich, who's trying to make the move on the outside. You think those cars look similar enough?
It's a gaggle.
Here we go. Here we go.
You can't go 4 wide at Dover, and they don't. They back it down.
Quapple went so low that I lost sight of him. He was down there against the inside wall. You could see the dust flying.
Man, this has killed his ability to be able to go through lap traffic.
Not even sure there was a racetrack down there. See, Sawalich, he has his own issues with Dennison in the 06. Had no idea that Quapple was having a tougher time down on the inside of the racetrack.
William Sawalich restarts on the outside. Carson Quapple on the inside with his teammate right behind him.
Another great launch for the outside lane. We're now on used tires here, pretty much to the end of their life, almost 50 laps, and Carson Quapple able to do a pretty good job of keeping up the speed here.
It's pretty popular to be a white race car right now. 2nd through 6th spot are white race cars.
Great side-by-side battle for 3rd.
LeVar Scott, he's been strong all day, top 5.
Trying to hold off Connor Zilich. Zilich looks like he has the advantage coming up off the corner.
Gio Ruggiero had to restart for that penalty. Restarted 9th. Now he moves into the 4th spot.
Between a 20 and a 45.
Wow. Carson Quapple. Something flies off his race car. Caution.
He's got a right front tire down. He's missing the right rear quarter panel as well.
There it is right there on the racetrack, and that'll bring out the 6th caution. We see a lot of interesting things in the ARCA Menards Series. A lot of firsts. Well, we talked about Carson Quapple and the right rear damage to the 82. Watch this. What are they applying to the race car?
We've got a pit sign. This caught our eye before we went to break. They have a pit sign, and that's now his right rear quarter panel. And
that's
the
not
hole on the bottom.
That's not the 28 of Connor Zilich's pit sign. It's actually upside down, so it's the 82.
42 laps to go here at the start-finish line. Really good restart from the outside, but Connor Zilich is right there, side by side. They touch.
Really great job by Connor to keep it even. He's going to have to stay really disciplined, be careful of that car on his outside.
If he can stay there, it's going to go. Contact into the wall.
Goes into the wall. William Sawalich And the caution comes out for the 7th time.
Really great jump by Connor on the outside lane. Should be clear by quite a bit going into turn 1. Be safe from LeVar Scott.
34 laps to go. Plenty of time for those guys to come up here and battle Zilich. You see Ruggiero right now trying to figure out a way to get around LeVar Scott in the 6 car. LeVar doing a nice job.
Here it is.
See Tony in the red car. Chris trying to make the move to the outside. Had his nose up alongside of Tony. Not very far, but
yeah, that's a tough spot. You know, with that corner exit. You know, she was behind a lap car, so she's going to be losing momentum. Whereas Chris was getting momentum off the top, and sometimes that's a difficult spot for the spotters. So I don't know what you do differently in position with the drivers, right? You're Chris. You're trying to get the spot. You've been working hard for the last few laps, but I feel like if you're Tony, you don't really expect that car to be there. So I think a lot of it kind of comes down to what information you're getting from the roof. But really unfortunate for Tony. She was having a super solid run.
Gio Ruggiero in that 20 has been tough. He's finally fought his way back. Connor Zilich, though, with a great restart.
Yeah, that restart's going to really give Connor some control over this field. It's exactly what he wants. Gives him some clean air and options with both lanes.
White flag is in the air. Can Connor Zilich hang on? Trying to win his first ARCA National Series win. Gio Ruggiero just behind him. Connor Zilich, he was patient. They worked on the race car. They made it better as he makes his way around. Checkered flag in the air. Connor Zilich gets it done in Dover.
First time winner, Connor Zilich. This is a bad man right here. It seems like it doesn't matter what kind of car it is, you get in and you go fast. What is it like winning here at Dover? How do you feel right now, my friend?
Yeah, I can't even lie. Those first 70 laps, I was pretty intimidated. I was, I was saying, oh, the car's free. And then we were sitting under red on the back straightaway, and I was like, damn, I just need to get on the gas. Derek Nealand up on the spotter stand, Shane Huffman on the pit box too. They did a great job keeping me in it. And, I was down on myself there. I was running 5th, 6th, couldn't make any ground. And, just so thankful for this entire team. Everyone at Chevrolet, Josh Wise, Scott Speed for preparing me for these moments. Those restarts were hectic, but we kept it up front and got ourselves a win here at the mile. What can you guys say?
Woo! Connor Zilich conquers the mile.